Hey, what's up, turtles? Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors. I'm going to be sharing with you today a piece of equipment that I've been using for a little while, and I thought it was time to do a video on it. And what that is the Pathfinder Bush Pot. But here's the Bush Pot, and I got it from the Pathfinder store. Dave Canterbury, Wilderness Outfitters, all of his stuff. This is on their store. I think this is going for right around 50 bucks. And it is a pot. And I'll go into the features of the pot, but also there's a separate piece that I carry with it most of the time. I really haven't used it yet. And that's this little stand. You could, be used, put this over the coals, put this over top, you're cooking over the coals. You could even have a little small fire under this if you wanted to. Could even be used as a grill, because you do see the holes in the top of it. This could even be used as a standalone grill to cook, little bits of meat or anything on top of that. And all this is made out of 304 stainless steel. This is a little logo right there. Mr. Canterbury's logo. But like I said, I really haven't used this, haven't found the need for it yet. So I could do without it. I was kind of just I wanted the pot, but nonetheless, this comes with it, included in the price. And here is the pot. It's 1.8 liters in volume. Sorry for you that use milliliters. I'm not sure of that conversion. Again, stainless steel. We do have a pour spout. You can see it's sort of shaped. In the front here, there's a crease to define this pour spout, which is very nice. Very nice to be able to control the liquids if you're pouring out of it. Little D-ring on the top of the lid, which has enough friction in here so that when you get it over the fire, you obviously want to keep it up. That way it's easy to get off over the hot fire. So it stands up on its own well enough. Really the only thing I'll have to say about this pot that I'm not fond of as it comes new, and I'm going to talk of this because I'm touching on the lid, is that this lid is really loose. See, there's really no friction or tension to keep that lid secure on the pot. And maybe expect that over time, but I kind of would have liked to have this be a tight fit from the get-go, because if you're not going to carry it in a bag, and I would recommend it, I've been meaning to make a stuff sack for this, but not a deal breaker for me. Cut it in a bag, this isn't going to fall off in your pack. Just something I wanted to mention. Moving on to the bail. I wanted to show the bail because there are multiple locking positions. So it's sort of locked as it is now. And there are little grooves that allow it to lock. I'll push it up one. Catches right there in that groove. You can see it. And goes up again. Up position. And it follows through the other sides. Which is again really nice. Locking bail. On the back here, you have handles, not the biggest, but more than adequate to pick up a full load inside of this. You can see I kept it black from being on the fire. It's really a losing battle if you're going to try to clean a pot you're going to cook over the fire with every time you use it. So it'll help it keep it warm up faster, because it's just stainless and doesn't conduct as well as some other, like aluminum for instance. So keeping it black will help you warm it up faster. And just as a little side little note that I've learned using this is that if you go under the handles with this, see how it's kind of loose? All you got to do honestly is just pinch the handles underneath. Do it backwards, it's always fun on camera. Yeah, pinch the handles underneath the stand and then it holds itself. The stand's held on there pretty tight. Just a little something I picked up. But now I just want to get some water in this, fill it up pretty high, and testing out a new stove, so do a couple birds with a couple stones at once. There's a saying along those lines, right? Anyways, let's go get some water from the Krik. Got a bunch of water in the pot, but I want to get this fire going back in this emberlit stove. Continuing to test this out before I do a video on it. I'm still trying to figure out the ins and outs of it. Not 100% sold on every design aspect of it, but kind of let it go out too much, but that's all right. We'll get her going. A couple things about the stove while I'm doing this, or not the stove, excuse me, the pot, the bush pot, is that it's a pretty big pot. Like I said, it's 1.8 liters. So for me, if I'm using that, or how I've used it, it's been during the cases where it's not just for myself. I'm not just making or warming up water for myself or anything along those lines. That because it's that size, it's versatile and you can use it to cook for multiple people. But if I'm just worrying about myself, that's definitely not the pot I'm going to grab first. What I'm going to try to do to get the stove going back up, because I sort of let it die down too much since we were doing this video on the pot. This piece of fat wood, I'm just going to try to just make some surface area on here, hit my lighter, and use that to stick into the fire. That's pretty much all I have for this video concerning this pot. Just sort of want to give an introduction video from our standpoint, and how I've been using it and how long I've been using it. So this is definitely not the last time you'll see this pot in a video. Plan to start using this pot for some cooking videos, cooking for a larger group, or at least my brother and I. Like I said before, not solely a single person pot. So if you have any questions on this, let me know. Leave a comment. Thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs up if you like spring. It's going all around us. And one more thing I'd like to add is that we are now participating and have activated the YouTube tip jar. So what that means is you can donate to the channel by going to our home screen or channel page on YouTube, and there's a little blue support button on the right hand side. You can click that, and not saying yes or no, but if you do donate, there's a custom video that you will see that may or may not have stony in it. So, yeah, that's everything. This is Krik signing out with Black Owl Outdoors. Later, turtles.